wrong to you, then you're in trouble, okay? Let the coaches do that. They think y'all good enough to be captains. Y'all prove them right tonight, okay? You're home, and you're visiting. That's heads, tails. Heads, tails. Call what you call loud enough for 7 to hear. What you call?
Tails.
What he call?
Tails.
Call us tails. I'm going to throw it. If I miss it, we'll do it again. Tails. You want the ball? All right.
And the toss of the coin goes to who won the toss there, Keith?
The Bears won the toss, and they're going to take the ball right here, guys.
So looking at the uniforms, the Aggies, again, gray pants, white jerseys, red numerals, black helmets. And for Austin, kind of like a Cleveland Browns kind of ugly, dirty orange. Then is that like a brown jersey and then orange helmets?
It's a white. It's kind of a dingy white jersey, and they've got the gray stripes on the sleeves with black, and then the orange.
What's on the helmet, Keith?
It's an A. It's their A logo. It's kind of hard to tell what they look like. I'm going to tell you who they look like, and it was the Pikeville Bears, and that's where my younger brother Kyle, he played college football up there, so in Kentucky. But as far as a big-time college team or even pro team, they don't like anybody that I can think of. How about you?
Mercer. They look like Mercer.
Maybe.
And both teams taking the field. Last week, Austin had problems with the weather, John. Their game was, postponed?
Yeah, Florence, Austin was traveling to Florence. Florence didn't like it. Remember that hurricane, or what was left of the remnants of the hurricane, I think it
perfect pooch kick, John. Guy came up on it late, and it hit him. He's running wide open. It hit him in the chest, and it fired off like a dodgeball and went about 10 yards. They were lucky to get back on that one.
Quarterback J.L. Davis out of the gun. He's a good one. 3 receivers to his left. Fuquay right beside him. He'll turn, but first there's a whistle.
Yeah, false start on those. We're going to back them up. Guys down here on the field, 78, is that their ginormous guy?
Yeah.
He's the 10th grade offensive lineman, Jacoby Phillips.
Wow.
He looks like a pro wrestler down here. And
71
is a good-looking kid, too.
Well, let's hope as hot as it is, our tongue will be hanging out by third quarter.
Hey, they're going to say that Albertville encroached into the neutral zone before the snap of the football.
So a 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 5, and we're just now started. Just joining us, gorgeous night for football. Austin with the ball. 1st and 5 on their 38-yard line. Quarterback Davis, and there's a flag. I think this time this may be against Austin.
Yeah.
So why don't we just go back to where we started and start it all over again?
I just marked out that penalty I thought they had, now I give it back to them. You rested. The Austin coaches yelled over there like, all right, look, let's not start the game with a penalty. We'll go ahead and jump. That way we'll start back in the 1st and 10.
How many did we have last week? It was 23 penalties for them.
Yeah, we had 12. They had.
We've got 2 with 6 seconds going to the game. So at least we're even. So we are set to go.
So we went from -5 yards to +5 yards, and even at Etowah, that's 0.
So it's 1st and 10. Aggies crowding the box, putting about 7 men on the line, daring him to pass. I wouldn't dare him to pass. A bad snap through his hands. He will follow the ball back to the 20. Actually a good snap, but it went through his hand. He chased it back to the 20. That's going to be a loss of about 13 yards.
Have 3 wide receivers here lined up along the near boundary, and you can tell that quarterback J.L. Davis was wanting to get that ball out of his hands quickly, Keith, trying to get it man-to-man out here along the near side where you're standing. Took his eyes off the ball, went right through his hands.
It might have been a decoy, John. The guard and tackle on my side pulled, and they're going that way. I think that was a quarterback design run. He took his eyes off the ball trying to follow the big guys early.
They got 2 plays. The opening kick, they fumbled. The first snap, they fumbled. Yeah. It makes you think, did they come in here underestimating the Aggies? We'll see. 2nd down. Long back to pass. Davis throws. Got his man. Dropped it. Incomplete. 22. Almost picked off as the ball bounced up. Kobe Watson almost had him an interception.
Great job there by Kobe Watson. His wide receiver that was in front of him. That Kobe Watson reads it, gets all 6'2", 190 pounds of that frame, and able to bat that ball away.
3rd down, you got to go to the 43-yard line. They're on the 21, 3rd and 22. This will be a big stop for the Aggies on the opening drive by Austin. 1 minute gone here in the 1st quarter, no score. The Black Bears with the ball first. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Davis drops back to pass. Looks, throws deep down the right side. Got a man down the sideline. Did he make the catch? The ball is loose? No. But he had about a step or two on the Aggie defender. That was a beautiful pass, and it should have been called.
I mean, that's just a go route. He just took his far receiver along the far side. That's a perfect ball out there. Just go about the Aggie 32-yard line.
How about that, Chris, with a penalty and a bad snap? Austin, we shut them down on 3 plays.
Sure enough, Austin didn't help themselves, but good job by the Aggie defense.
So we should get the ball back in decent shape. Hunter Smith standing on our 43-yard line waiting on the punt. First drive over his head. He one-hands it, brings it down, and gets rid of it. The ball is going to bounce at the Austin 43 and die. That almost went over his head, Keith Ball. That was close, wasn't it?
And it was lazy getting back there. That thing, you could have timed it with a sundial that time. That thing just trickled. We may be able to block one right there, guys.
He reached up and one-handed it. The ball almost went over his head through the end zone. Had he not caught that, would either had a touchdown or a safety or something on that possession.
And Barry, this game could not have started any better for Coach Brown right now. He said, we need them to give us some things. We need to be able to get some early momentum against this team. And with that bad snap that put them 3rd down in a country mile, the defense able to come up big. And then, like you said, just a miscue on special teams. The Aggies already starting in Austin territory.
That's about as bad as you can look on a drive for a team that's unbeaten. Aggie ball on the Austin 42-yard line. Zuniga with Rich Revolte beside him. Zuniga, the snap, drops, looks, throws left side, got his man, Dez. Drops the ball at the 37. Would have been a gain of about 6. He was open, a little bit low, but it should have been called.
Keith, a big cushion there giving Des Revolta. They understand that he's got the speed. He ran the defender off, comes back. He's got to make that catch because he was wide open.
Yeah, you know they watched film on him from last week. He can outrun these guys when he turns it on. Man, I tell you what, let's speak it into existence. I say we should take a shot to the end zone right here.
That would have been a gain of 6. Gotta have those. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped. 10:44 to go opening quarter. No score. Aggies with the ball in good shape on the Austin 42-yard line. Better hurry. Play clock at 4-3. The snap. Zuniga back. Pressure's coming. Flags are down. Incomplete. But there's a flag down. Usually where somebody is jumped. Usually one of our receivers.
I'm wondering, did we not have enough men on the line of scrimmage?
I think that's what it was, John.
The pass was thrown short, incomplete. I think C.J. saw the flag and just went away and kind of threw it in front of the receiver who was well covered. So it's going to be a false start, Albertville. They may decline. Yeah, they're going to decline and make a 3rd down and 10.
Barry, a while ago, that was actually a good pass by C.J. C.J.'s throwing it to where the wide receiver is supposed to be, and when the wide receiver looked back at him, C.J., growing up in front of our eyes over the last couple of years, pointed it out, got in his wide receiver's face. Good job for that young quarterback.
Big 3rd down call, 3rd and 10. Zuniga back, no pressure, throws right side, incomplete. You take a one-hopper in front of Hunter. He was well covered. There was nobody open downfield. Actually, that was a Talik Saint, incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Keith, looked like the defensive end on the near side getting pressure on Zuniga, had to let that ball go a little bit before he wanted to.
Yeah, he got a little excited, which now I'll have to brag on him. Rich Revolt, starting this game at running back, came up and had a really good chip block on the guy coming off the edge. I want to say we go for it right here, guys. Maybe try to get them to jump, throw it deep. If they pick it off on the 5-yard line, it's just like a punt.
Looks like they're going to go 4th down and 10. Clock stop, 10:33. They're going. Zuniga back to pass. Looks, throws it right side. Going up, Saint is there, pushing and shoving. No flag, incomplete. I think that was a good call. They were both kind of tangled up. Keith, you're right there. They're in front of you. Was that a penalty?
No, I don't think so. I think it's pretty good coverage. I tell you what, if he looks to the inside, guys, Hunter Smith running by himself, that's a touchdown.
And Kobe Watson. Guys, you know how he kind of lines up in that tight end position? He's running down the other hash mark. Keith, he's wide open. Nobody at any level covers the tight end. Kobe Watson would have been able to get there. Good thing is Coach Karcher will take him back, show C.J. what's going on, and it wouldn't surprise me, Barry, if they don't come back to that play with those 2 wide receivers, both of them running wide open.
You go back to the little things, Chris. First play, we had a 6-yard gain, but we dropped the pass.
Yep.
You get that, you got 2nd and 3rd and short. That changed the entire drive right then.
Yeah.
So Austin takes over 42-yard line. No score, 10:26 to go in the quarter. Davis a snap. Davis going to keep it himself up the middle, dancing around 45, 47. They'll drop him. It's a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards. Making the tackle, first one there, I believe, yeah, that's Peyton Jones. Peyton had a great game last week.
Yeah, Peyton Jones able to slide down from his linebacker position, but Keegan Thompson able to come up and get a hold of him and just hold on until Peyton Jones could help knock him down. It was actually a really good job by our defenders there, keeping J.L. Davis in front of him. Barry, did you see what I was talking about Cam Newton-esque, the way he moves and just kind of waits for things to open up?
Yep, very patient, waiting for a hole to open, then he hit it, gains 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 47-yard line. Davis turns, hands off Fuquay up the middle, 49-50, bounces left side, almost a face mask, going to drive him out of bounds. It'll be enough for a first down. Hunter Smith wraps him up, but it's enough for Alston first down, and he is slow getting up.
Yeah, Fuquay kind of got turned around coming out of bounds, but once again, patient running. I said he reminds me a lot of Trey Mason. He's kind of the smallest one out there at 5'9", 170 pounds. Guy behind those big linemen, Hunter Smith, comes up and able to lay the wood to him, and not anything wrong or malicious, but just making sure I get him to the ground and letting him know that I got him to the ground.
Again, that was, let me clarify, that was Fuquay slow getting up, not Hunter Smith. So Fuquay stays in the game, walks back to the huddle. Now they're ready on hour 48, 1st and 10. Davis hands off to Fuquay, bounces right side around the corner. 45, he's got the corner. 40, 35, 30. Footway down the sideline, 20, 15. They'll ride him down to about the 7-yard line, no flag. A gain of about 41 yards. It'll be 1st and goal, Alston.
Nothing fancy about that. Underneath handoff, get those big offensive linemen to seal the corner. Your wide receivers blocking our defenders downfield, and Fuquay just off to the races.
Yeah, our edge player got put on roller skates right there. I'll tell you, these offensive linemen, I know you talked about them, John, and I was looking at them. Correct me if I'm wrong, they got 2 seniors, I think 3 sophomores, but man, they really look good. They're strong. You're going to have to play very physical at the point of attack. And if you're that edge player, don't give them your chest. Give them a shoulder, stay parallel line of scrimmage, and you can't let them run you out of the play. You fall down, create a pile right there.
8-yard line, 1st and goal. Davis hands off to Fuquay up the middle to the 5, to the 4, to the 3. Aggies will finally stand him up. He's still fighting. Did he get in? He's at the goal line. They're going to stop him just short of the goal line.
Hey, did you see that? I mean, there was really nothing there. But Fuquay able to get up in that, and because you have those 200 and 370 pounders in front of you, I mean, they just literally turned that into a rugby scrum for about 4.5 yards, and the ball just shy of the end zone.
I would just get on their shoulders and ride them in. I mean, it's like big old mules out there just pushing the Aggies off the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Davis hands off Fuquay up the middle, hits the line. They're going to stand him up. He's still fighting, and he got him.
Wow. That was literally, that was your second effort there. You hit on him. He was actually stopped. The Aggies did a great job of coming up from the linebacker core in the secondary, and they had him stopped just shy of the end zone. Second effort, Fuquay able to roll out that tackle and extend the ball past the line. You kind of got to give credit where credit's due, Barry. That's a great job by their running back.
Good hard run. Now for the point after with 8:40 to go in the 1st quarter. Alston strikes first. Now for the extra point. Low snap, bounces back. The holder, great job, gets it down. It is good. We'll take a timeout. 8:40 to go in the 1st. Alston up 7-zip. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, A variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Happy. So they get the safety.
I mean, would you rather just get a safety than throw a pick down there and just give them the ball down there?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So now what you need is you need to get a decent kick out of here and at least make them have to drive 50, 60 yards instead of probably having a punt from your goal line if you couldn't get a first down, and them have about a 20-yard drive.
And, Barry, I know that's not a scoring drive, but those 2 points, when you go back and look at who they unpiled, he's a nose tackle at 6'1", 246 pounds, Rico Willingham, able to crash inside along with Dontravius Mason. He's 6'1", 240, defensive end that's going to play college football. Both of those, Coach, you were down there, literally just kind of blew up the lineman in front of him. Nowhere for the running back to go in the end zone for the 2 points.
Yeah, they owned our offensive front right there, guys. There was nowhere for him to run the football. And you know, the outside run with Kirkland, you know, earlier, I think that might be there, maybe some toss, but trying to run it in A gap is going to be tough tonight.
Yeah, you go back to a young Aggie offensive line against a very big, experienced defensive line, and they just won the battle in the trenches. So we'll kick off from the 20-yard line.
Barry, here's what's sad, that 3 of those guys that are big on that offensive line, those are all sophomores.
Wow.
We can see them for the next 2 years.
Yeah, so Juarez will kick off. The kick is going to bounce down the middle. It's off their hands, tipped in the air. He'll make the catch at the 38. That's not a bad kick. It was like a ground ball. Hit him in the hands. It bounced straight up, but he caught it, falls on it, and they'll start right around the Aggie 38, 39-yard line.
Well, the Aggies could have really needed that break, and I think, Coach, they actually got it when the guy batted the ball up in the air. You just got to come down and once again, I don't know if the rules have changed, but man, when I played, if they did an onside kick like that, it went up in the air, somebody was getting killed.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, I think definitely the NFL game has changed on that. I think college has too, where that front line can't just tee off and hit those guys. You know, it's 2 special teams plays, the opening kick.
Yeah.
And that one we could have had possessions.
First down, 38-yard line, our 38. Austin with the ball. Quarterback J.L. Davis sends Fuquay in motion. He'll take the snap, tries the middle, bounces around, spins, gets around one man, 30 to the 26. That's just a good run. Got around one man, but a good job of the Aggies making the tackle with Bryson Parker. It's going to be enough for an Austin first down.
Yeah, and if Bryson Parker doesn't come over the top and make that tackle, J.L. Davis, who just basically planted his foot, did a spin move, and able to get the defender off of him. If Parker doesn't come across and make that tackle, Barry, he's going for a one-play touchdown.
3:48 to go in the first, 9-0 Austin after the safety. They're now looking at first down on the 36-yard line. That take a lot of time between plays, which really helps Albertville.
Yeah, it does.
No hurry-up offense at all. The play clock is down to 5, down to 4. The snap, high snap again, back to pass. Throws to the right end corner of the end zone. Diving attempt, no good, incomplete. Had to step on the defender, led him a little too far, and one of the Aggies is slow getting up, and he's okay. That's Laura Saint.
J.L. Davis actually threw a good ball. Once again, just the speed of his receiver couldn't catch up, and the Aggie defender, I think he got kind of caught maybe looking. There was a little underneath football action, a little handoff action. Maybe he got caught peeking in the backfield, and when he did, Coach, the wide receiver able to get a couple of steps on him.
Yeah, eye discipline, man. If you're playing man, you've got to play man. If you're going to play zone, then you can peek in the backfield a little bit and fall where you're supposed to be, or drop where you're supposed to be. But, man, if you're playing man and you go to peeking around, it'll get you burned every time.
2nd and 10 on the 26. High snap again. Hands off to Fuquay up the middle. He finds a little hole. 20. They'll drag him down at the 20. Des Revolte stopped him, a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
You know, when you look at Des Revolte, I mean, and what he's been able to do running down The J.L. Davis running down the Fuquays, Barry. I mean, that is a young man that last year going into this year has really grown into being a star in 7A football.
Offense and defense. Dez has the most yards receiving, 213, and he's third on the team in tackles with 26.
Hey, and if he gets his hands on you on defense, you ain't breaking the tackle. And he's 140 pounds?
Yeah.
You know, imagine if that guy was about 190.
3rd and 3. Davis rolls right side, looks, throws it towards the end zone, got him in. What a pass, what a catch. This dude's kind of sidearmed, wide open in the end zone, touchdown.
The inside slot receiver, Albertville brought pressure, got him lined up on the safety. He took a step to the inside like a post route, and then he broke it back to the flag. And when he did, got the safety from Albertville turned around. And you said it, Barry, J.L. Davis was just throwing to a spot, and his wide receiver able to run right into that spot.
Goes back to good field position. The safety really killed us on that one. A great punt by Austin pinned us back at the 1. They end up getting a safety out of it now for the extra point after the touchdown. The snap kick is up. I believe he's got it. It is good. We'll take a timeout. 2:34 to go in the first. It's 16-0 Austin. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, you know, on our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas, from keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth. MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Forward an Albertville scoring drive.
Yeah, after starting on Albertville's own 38-yard line after the kick from the safety, took them 5 plays to go 38 yards. Davis to Potter. Potter, one of those Austin Black Bears who's going to go play in college on a 20-yard touchdown strike. Extra point up and good. Austin pulling away here in the first quarter. Black Bears up 16-0.
Field position. That happened again. That punt pinned us back on the 1. We couldn't do anything with it. Got a safety. Then had the short kick, and they turned it into points. Down by 16, still plenty of time, 2:34 to go in the first. Good kick, high kick, deep kick into the end zone. Talik will catch it, and we'll come out on the 20-yard line, first down and 10. You back to the first drive, when we had the ball in great shape, we couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah. We drove the ball all the way down inside the 30 almost.
Yeah, we've had good shape, good drives. Last time we had nothing we could do about that one because of the great punt. Pinned us back inside the 1-yard line.
And right now, you just can't get rattled. I mean, you got to remember how we talked about last week. These guys are at the 20-yard line. What do you play for? You play for the 25. And then when you get there, you play for the 30. And you get those little small victories. And guys, if you think about it, those are the things that then opened up the big plays that allowed us to crawl and climb back into the game with Spartan.
I would challenge the Austin defensive back here guarding Talik Saint. I'm not sure he can hang with Talik. Zuniga and a flag before the snap.
I believe that we got somebody that Albertville had a wideout, I think, that jumped guys.
Yeah.
Man, those penalties are killing us, guys.
We've seen that so many times with these young receivers. We got a lot of speed, good receivers, but the inexperience is killing us. 5-yard penalty. Now it's 1st and 15.
That's 3 of them tonight.
Yeah, to the right you've got Talik Saint and Kobe Watson. To the left, Brant Sweat, and can't see the other one. 1st down, 15. Zuniga back to pass. Pressure's coming. Rolls, throws. Got his man, but is incomplete. He was running for his life. Threw a one-hopper to Sweat. Had he made the catch, he had some room to turn and go upfield.
Yeah, and Barry, there's really nothing that you can do when the defensive end comes off the corner. All 6'1", 240 pounds of him. We said that he's going to go to college, and that's Dontavius Mason, and he just comes off the corner, and CJ's, I mean, you hate to say it, he's kind of running for his life at the beginning of the play.
2nd and 10. Kirkland in the backfield. Clock stopped. 2:28 to go. Zuniga turns, hands off to Kirkland. He'll bounce it right side. Stops, cuts to the 23. 17. You know, it looked like it was going to be about 10, 15 yards. He gains 2, maybe 3. The speed of Alston just kept up with getting around the corner.
Wow. And that was a safety, Barry. Did you see that? I'm talking about the closing speed. Safety comes all the way from the 3rd level of the defense and able to cut down Jakari. I thought he was going to get about 6 or 8 yards here along the near side, but only able to manage about 3.
3rd down and 12, under 2 minutes to go in the quarter from our 18-yard line. Here comes pressure. Zuniga, the snap, drops back, has time, throws it left side, throws it up into traffic. 4 men going up, and it's intercepted. Here comes the run back, 40, 45, midfield to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. He may go. 1 man to beat. That's Zuniga. 10 to the 5, and he'll walk into the end zone. So a pick 6, touchdown, and it's quickly up to 22-0.
And Barry, he had 2 wide receivers running, both of them running go routes. He was throwing it out there. The problem that we got is that when that interception happened, and the interception happened at about the 43-yard line of Alston, and he turned around, that none of the other 10 Aggies fanned out to get over to the other side. And when he turned around and he started to go down the numbers of the far boundary, Barry, there was nobody around.
Now for the point after with 1:35 to go in the quarter. Snap, kick, it's up, and it's good. We'll take a timeout at 1:35 to go in the quarter. 23-0. Alston, you're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Guntersville. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
6. Here's your Gilbert Navarro Ford and Albertville scoring drive.
Yeah, on the third down for the Albertville Aggies, C.J. Zuniga trying to get it on a go route. Just unfortunately gets picked off by Landon Buttleman, who then turns around, takes it back 58 yards down the numbers on the Austin sideline. Extra point up and good. Austin really pulling away here late in the first quarter, 23-0.
And here's the kick, high kick. Deep kick into the end zone. I know CJ was throwing it as far as he could, hoping maybe a receiver could make a play. Problem is, they have some very good defensive backs. They made the play and returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah, their defensive backs are tall.
Yeah.
You know, so when you go up for the ball, you're going to have a competition there.
You're putting 2 10th grade receivers going up in traffic against 2 juniors and seniors going to play college ball, and they easily won that battle and took it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, Landon Buttleman, one of the better corners that you'll see in 7A up in our region, 5'7", 145 pounds. But guys, I think he actually plays bigger than what he's written down as.
That's what it looks like.
Guys, I gotta give credit for one player on that last play. Talik Saint did not quit on the play. He ran the guy down at the goal line and tackled him going in. But I tell you what, some of the other Aggies need to get their tail in gear because there was a lot of standing and watching.
Austin daring us to pass, 7 men in the box. A hands off to Revolte. He gets nothing, maybe a yard. 2nd and 9. They put about 7 men on the box that time, Keith, daring us to pass.
Yeah, and what they've been doing with the Revolte out there, we've been, throwing the ball a lot and chipping and Coach drawing it up, and we're going to let him run the ball right there. It wasn't a bad play. It's just going to be tough to run against these guys without loosening them up with the pass. I think we've got to get the ball downfield a little bit to loosen them up.
2nd down and 8 to give him 2 with a 1:05 to go in the first. Aggies down by 23. He'll take the handoff, throws it right side, almost picked off again. He threw it too high for Dez. Dez was torn in two, hit around the, if anything, he may have the breath knocked out of him because he went up to make the catch, and the defender hit him. Hopefully that's all it is the breath knocked out of him because he took a shot right around the ribs.
And guys, I want to give a little bit of, yes, the ball was a little bit high, and Dez went up for it, and he took a shot from the defensive back. But, Coach, you're down there at field level. What I like is that he knew that Dez was hurt, and he stayed there on a knee, holding Dez's hand and kind of patting him until our training staff got there. That, to me, guys, is kind of a mark of a classy coaching staff and a classy program.
Yeah, young man showing class right there. And that's one of those hits, guys, if you've ever been out there and you've delivered that hit, it's one of those hits where you don't feel anything. It's like barreling up a baseball when you really catch it just right.
Yeah.
He hit him right in the lower back, and he kind of got a little bit of a whiplash action. And he's moving everything. If you're at home listening and you're worried about that, he's moving everything. Everything looks good, but he took a shot, guys. And as tough as he is for that young man to be laying on the field right now, he's really hurting.
Hope is he's trying to catch his breath because he extended his arm trying to make the catch, and while he was up, the defender just nailed him right in the side, right around the stomach, rib area. May have a bruised rib, don't know. Hopefully just the breath knocked out of him, but as long as he's staying down, you kind of think it may be a little bit more than that. Hopefully no more than a bruise. But yeah, you're right. He's moving around. They're talking to him. It looks like he's going to be okay, but boy, that was a shot. And nobody feels worse than C.J. Zuniga because Dez was open. Had he made the catch, he probably would have got a couple of yards, maybe. But still, the fact is he didn't really have a chance to make the catch before they tore him in two.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, Jink, you've been there as a wide receiver and I as a tight end. You're going to go up. You're going to make a play because that's what you're going to. Even though you know you're going to get hit, it's just kind of what you're supposed to do. And I think all of us have been in that situation at one point in time in our career.
Good to see him setting up. And the thing about Dez, if you lose Dez, he's out for a while, like a game or just the rest of the game. You lose a receiver and you lose a defensive player, defensive back, one of your really best players on both sides of the ball, as well as special teams.
And like I talked about earlier, he is one of the surest tacklers we have on this football team. If he gets his hands on you, usually you don't go any further than that. He's going to hang on and make that tackle. So yeah, it's going to hurt us on both sides of the ball for sure.
Well, he's setting up. That's a good sign. They're continuing to talk to him. He's standing up now. It may be something the way when he went down, the head may have hit the turf too. Don't know. He's wobbly as he comes off. That could be part of it. That when he went down, maybe the head hit the turf. I couldn't really tell.
Keith, you mind if you get a chance and you're walking by the training tent, you mind getting a check on that just so we can let everybody know that Dez is okay?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, he's being helped off. He's walking, but he's got arms around both trainers. They're going to walk him under the medical tent and work on Dez. So hopefully he'll be back. We'll see. And taking his place, Hunter Smith will come in.
Well, and you talk about offense and defense, but one thing he gives us is he gives us team speed.
Yeah.
And teams have to respect that speed.
All right, 3rd down and 8 with a minute to go here in the quarter. Zuniga drops back, has time now, throws to the middle, throws, tipped, almost picked off. There were 2 defenders on that one. It was like a tip drill. It was almost picked off. He threw it behind Tate Prater. 4th down, it'll be incomplete.
2 wide receivers were going deep, and it looked like Tate Prater was kind of running a square in, going to come off of them. Unfortunately, CJ throwing it into the line. A linebacker actually dropped back into that passing lane. And CJ lucky that one wasn't picked off there. It went right through the linebacker's hands.
It's funny talking to Hunter Smith Tuesday about punting. He said, how's punting going? He says, hey, man, I'm learning. That. I've never punted before. It's a learning experience. So here's the snap to Hunter. Pressure's coming. That's a good kick. Low line drive. Returnable, though. He's got it 50, 45 to the 40. He'll stop. Down the sideline he goes. 25. And finally knocked out of bounds around there. 25-yard line. The last couple of drives, John, field position and defense absolutely killed us.
Well, and, right there, you're kicking the ball off. And number 5, Jackson Potter. And if you remember a few moments ago, I said that young man is already committed to Murray State. Very sure-handed wide receiver and punt returner. Barry, you see it. He gets the ball in his hands. He makes sure he has it. He reads the blocks and gets upfield. But, Barry, looks like we got a little yellow hanky on the field, too.
Didn't see the flag. It's over here and right in front of the Aggie bench around the 32. Usually a hold or a block in the back. So it would have been 1st down around the inside the 25. Now they're going to bring it back to the 42. And it's going to be holding against Austin. And they'll bring it back to the 42. That's been their biggest problem right now. They've had a few penalties, and they've dropped the ball a couple of times.
Yeah, that's the 3rd penalty tonight.
But they're unbeaten. Next week at Florence. Next week we're home here at homecoming as Grissom comes in.
And Coach Perkins across the way, he and I were talking. He's talking about the youth, even though they're big, just the youth of that offensive line. And one of those youthful players is the center. And I think something that's also plagued them, Barry, tonight has been the snaps.
Yeah, high snaps. This time a good snap. Davis drops back. Pressure's coming, being chased. Throws it back towards the middle, going up, and he made the catch.
Wow.
15. He's running to the 10, to the 9, to the 8. Will throw him out of bounds. Keep that ball hung up like a punt. Just stayed up in the air so long.
It looked like a dove over a dove field. That thing just fluttering everywhere. And our guys, they're playing man, so they're not turning their head to find the ball right there. If they do, we have just as good a shot at catching that one as they do.
What a catch inside that 10-yard line. 1st down. That time good pressure on the quarterback, Davis. He was running to his right and threw it back across his body. A definite no-no, but it turned out good for Austin.
Imagine the quarterback coach and he will have a talk about that throw on Saturday or Sunday when they look at the game film. You got away with it, but don't do that all the time.
You back in the backfield. Quarterback throws. It is knocked down.
Good job by Talik right there.
Talik knocks it down at the, line of scrimmage with 5.6 to go in the 1st quarter. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Going to fake that underneath handoff as as Austin's been able to kind of get the running game going on the last couple of drives, and he faked the underneath handoff going to the slot receiver on a slant. Talik able to see that, jumps up in the air and able to bat that ball down. Great play by that young man there defensively.
How about the 1st quarter? We're working on 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been long.
Hot day, hot night. You're looking at 2nd and goal, 5.6 seconds to go in the quarter. Quarterback Davis, the snap. He'll hand off Joshua at the middle, 5 to the 4 to the 3. The new back of the game, Kenneth Joshua, down to the 3, and we'll take a timeout when we come back. 1st quarter is over. Austin leads 23-0, and they're threatening again. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application to the approval or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Coming up, well, at this rate, we'll be out of here by midnight. That was a 46-minute first quarter. It Aggies down 23-0.
Keith, I think you may have an update down on the sidelines from the medical tent.
Yeah, Dez, got an update on Dez. He's got his shoulder pads off right now. He's not in as much pain as he was. Looking like something in a rib area. They might be able to get him back out here. Maybe he might sit out this quarter and then come back. He's a tough kid. But I don't think anything's broken or anything like that. Good. I think he just took a shot.
Good news. All right, here we go. 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield beside Davis. Davis, the snap, turns left side, stops, hits. He's hit at the line. Aggie stood him up. Wow. He did not get in. Trying to see who was the first Aggie there on the tackle. Can't see all the way across. Is that 21? That might have been Bryson Parker. Was one of the first Aggies.
I think Peyton Jones is in on that too.
So it's 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
Wow. You talk about grit right there, guys. Could have easily let Davis get in there. Peyton Jones and Parker getting the player down. And Davis is a tough player, getting him down now shy of the end zone. They're going to go for it on 4th down, but a great job there of the grit of the Aggies.
4th down, a half a yard. Quarterback under center of the snap. He's fighting. He's behind his big line. He'll walk in. But you got an offensive line that big, just get in their back pocket, and they'll get you in the end zone. Touchdown.
Guys, Keith, he lines up in the shotgun, and then he moves up under center like you don't know what's fixing to happen with an offensive line that averages 6'2", 313, and that was just a rugby scrum into the end zone.
Yeah, and I won't call any names or numbers. One thing that was kind of funny on the play, one of our linebackers kind of broke around the edge, thought he had the quarterback, and he actually had the running back and tackled the wrong cat.
Oh, wow. So now for the point after, high snap, gets it down, the kick, and it is good. And we'll take a time at 11.5 to go in the half. It's now 30-0. Austin, you're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Well, left back, second quarter. Here's your scoring time for Austin.
Yeah, for the Aggies, Austin starts at Albertville's own 42-yard line. 5 plays, 42 yards later. J.L. Davis goes on a rugby scrum 1 yard out into the end zone. Extra point up and good. Austin pulling away here in the second, 30-0.
You go back early in the first quarter, I think it's our second drive. We had a good drive going. We had a long run by Kirkland. We've got to get back to doing something, positive yardage. Here's a kick in the end zone, and we'll start on the 20-yard line. Last couple of drives, Chris, we have done nothing offensively.
We have, and I don't know, what we got to do. The passes are not there. It's just not, the running backs are not getting open. So, CJ's having to run for his life sometimes, but we got to get something clicking here.
Keith, is Austin better defensively than Sparkman? What's changed from last week?
Yeah. I think they are a little bit better. And you remember Sparkman gave us about 150 yards of penalty yardage. I think we're going to have to pass the ball to set up the run a little bit. The biggest problem we have right now is they're just sitting in the box and playing in our face. We need to loosen them up, but CJ didn't have a whole lot of time to throw it.
The snap hands off to Kirkland, tries to bounce it left side, hit him in the backfield, breaks one tackle, still fighting. Kirkland, he's like fifth gear every time he touches the ball, and the legs are turning. He picks up 2 yards and really should have gained nothing.
Like a water bug.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I was going to say.
You don't know exactly which way he's going, but he's getting there fast. I think Austin actually kind of beat him to the punch, but Jakari able to get 3 yards on that, Barry.
Second down at about 7 from the 23. Zuniga hands off to Kirkland again, tries pretty much saying, avoids a man, leaves him standing. First down 30 to the 33.
Good job.
How about that? The defensive back, he's still trying to find his jock strap. Do they wear jock straps anymore? He's still trying to find it.
His girdle.
Yeah. His girdle, because before Kirkland left it land on the 22-yard line.
What about that, Keith, from field level? It looked good from up here.
Yeah, so he hit that juke stick on the PlayStation controller and jumped right, 2-foot cut. It was sharp. He's capable of that kind of stuff. Every time he touches the football. We're going to have to see Rich right here come in.
First down at 10, 33, handoff to Rich. Up the middle, got some room, 35, 36. A good job by the Aggie offensive line. They opened a hole right up the middle. And that was a gain of only 3, but that was a big hole right up the gut.
Now, you talk about a great job. You've got, Kellen Hampton, Ferdinand, you got Christian Ramirez, those guys up front making some holes for the running backs.
Gain of 4, second and 6. They'll run it again. Revolte, same spot this time, different result. No gain at all. It's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, they're going to give him a yard. So now it's 3rd down and 5.
That was a great job there. Offensive line still did their job. Looks like we got an Aggie slow. That might be the running back.
I think it is. Revolte, he's being helped up. Now he's going to have to go down for a second. I couldn't see what happened to him. He ran right into the middle of the pile. Couldn't see if it's a foot, an ankle. Could not tell.
Keith, when the guy grabbed his leg, he was kind of, I call it a rodeo. He kind of rolled over. Did he roll him up on his ankle?
Well, you're exactly right. He kind of, when he grabbed him and kind of threw him sideways, I think his knee banged into another player's knee. One of those things that just kind of happens. Maybe it just kind of gave him a shock, and we can get him back in just a second. Looks like G-Man's going to come in for a couple of plays after this.
They were trying to find one of the trainers. They're busy under the tent working on Dez. And look, that's Dr. Moore out there. He did my shoulder surgery. So they had to bring in the surgeon because he's the only person available. Come check out. Be sure he's okay.
Like I said, going back to Dez, it looks like he's a lot more comfortable sitting where he's sitting. It wouldn't surprise me, as tough as he is, if he doesn't come back in the second half and play. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. So looking at him, talking to him, not sure what happens. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. So we'll take a quick timeout and come back with 10 minutes to go in the half. 30-0 Austin. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs, For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this Community Channel broadcast.
Third down 5. They got to stop the play. There's still an injured Aggie on the field, and the officials put the ball in play. And Revolte was still about 5 yards from even being off the field. And the officials, they went ahead and started the play.
I think it kind of took the line judge or back judge on our line a little bit by surprise, because when they snapped the ball, he immediately started blowing his whistle to call it dead because he knew our player hadn't got off the field yet.
All right, now we're ready. G-Man steps into the backfield. 3rd down and 5 from the 38-yard line. Zuniga back to pass. Throws quick left side. Throws it short. He had his man open. Had him open. It got him connect those plays. Hunter Smith was there. Threw it short. It would have been enough for a first down.
Yeah, and Hunter Smith ran a great route. It was what we call a sticks route or an out route at the sticks. Needed about 6. He ran 7 yards. CJ's just supposed to put it out there and threw it a little too far outside. Couldn't make the connection. But, Barry, you're right. I mean, the play was there for first down.
Got to feel Coach Brown's pain because he was shaking his head saying, we had the first down right there. Complete the pass. First down. Drives allowed. Now you got to punt the ball away. Low snap. Hunter's got it. Going to be a low line drive. Good bounce right to the receiver. The return man to the 40, to the 45. Breaks free. 50, 45 to the sideline around one man. Finally, the punter, Hunter Smith, brings him out around the 30. So again, Austin will start this drive right around our 30-yard line.
Keith, it really just can't be a good thing when your punter is the one making the tackle after the punt.
Well, and he's used to making tackles. He's playing safety, but you're right. Guy put a foot in the ground, went back to the left, and you've just got to be disciplined. You got to stay at home. You've got to kind of fan everything down and stay right, stay where you're supposed to be. If you run inside, you're going to leave that sideline wide open.
32-yard line. Chris, we got to quit giving them the ball deep in our territory.
Wow.
It puts our defense in a tough spot time and time again.
Yeah, they've had the ball seem like down here the whole game.
Yeah. Here we go. 9:26 to go on the half. They're starting on our 32-yard line, already up by 30-0. Quarterback Davis. Davis, the snap, high snap, nope, new quarterback in, and it bounced right to the running back, and he picks up yardage to the 29. It went off the new quarterback's hands, right into the hands of the running back, and he still gains 4 yards.
I think that the new quarterback actually kind of started the year at quarterback. That's Kadir Lyle, and you're right. I think the snap got on him, bounced out of his hands, but the wherewithal of the running back to grab it out of the air, get north and south behind the big hog mollies here along the near boundary, Barry, and able to gain 4 yards.
Lyle, the new quarterback. The running back is Joshua. We saw him on the last drive. A gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Lyle, the snap, hands up, no fakes, the handoff, rolls the left side. He's got all kinds of room. 30, 25, 20, to the 15, to the 10, into the end zone. There was nobody over there. The only deep man was being blocked in the end zone. Touchdown, Austin.
Keith, we talked about it. When you're playing man-to-man, you've got your back to the quarterback. If you're playing man-press coverage, wide receiver on the far boundary just took our cornerback out of the play. Quarterback fakes the underneath handoff, runs the naked bootleg, backside defensive end, doesn't stay at home, and about 30 yards worth of green grass in front of him.
Yeah, credit the quarterback. It was a fantastic fake. Guys, it was so good. It brought our outside linebacker, the defensive end, and that inside play side linebacker completely downhill. He runs it out there. There's nobody there except for, like you said, the corner, but he's turned around chasing the receiver.
After the point after. Low snap, bounces back, a good hold. It's up, and it is good. 8:40 to go in the half. It's 37-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Drives can kill you, and they have. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville short scoring drive.
Yeah, also starting at Albertville's own 32-yard line. 2 plays, 32 yards later, backup quarterback Kadir Lyles goes in on a 28-yard naked bootleg into the end zone. Extra point up and good. Austin in control, Barry. Still early in the second quarter, 37-0.
Their drives are starting around the 20. Kicker puts in the end zone every time. Their drives are starting about our 30, 35, 40 every time. Here's the kick. Same result. Nope, it's going to bounce at the 3 and returnable. Hunter Smith's got it. 10, 15 to the 20, 25 up the middle. Actually 20. They're going to wrap them up around the 20. It'll be first down. So again, even though it didn't go in the end zone, same result. We'll start on the 20-yard line. You got to have some first downs. You got to just move the ball. You would think eventually they're going to start subbing in a few players here and there. Got to get some first downs. We haven't really had a good drive going since early in the first quarter.
Key, that was Hayden Wynn, the kicker, who's been putting him in the end zone. I think that time he was actually trying to put it between the 5-yard line and the goal line to see what the Aggies would do with it and maybe even pin them deeper.
Parker Gibson comes in at quarterback. The backfield, G-Man from the 20-yard line, first down and 10. 3-man rush, hands off to G-Man up the middle. Got a little bit of a hole, 23, 24, 25, dragging tacklers, 28, helmet comes off. But a good hard run. He was hit at the line, and he picks up about 8, maybe 9 on his own, John.
No, you talk about a great job by the offensive line throwing their blocks. And then G-Man, he comes out of the pile. He's excited, got his helmet knocked off. But I'm going to tell you, boys, he laid the wood to some else. I think there's some what would you call them, backups making it in the game. But he laid the wood for a big 9-yard gain.
Second down and short. Low snap. Gibson picks it up, hands off to Laredo, bounces around the corner, 32-33. Had a chance to speak with Jordan Tuesday at Local Joe's. Fine young man, picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Yeah, right there, Barry needed 2 or 1.5, gained 4, first down. And here's what you got to do as an offensive line. Play, just next play, just keeping everything positive right now.
Clock running, 8:09 to go in the half, down 37-0. First down, first down in a while. Gibson hands off again to Laredo, straight up the middle to the 33. They're going to drive him back. Forward progress about a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
Last two plays, it's been the Albertville Aggie offensive line controlling that area around the line of scrimmage. This time, the Black Bears defense able to clamp down on that line of scrimmage. Nowhere for the running back to go. Gain of maybe a yard, Barry.
7:44 to go in the half. 34-yard line, 2nd and 9. Albertville G-man back into the backfield. You got Kobe Watson wide left side. Talik Saint joins him. Back to pass. Gibson throws. Tipped incomplete off the hands of Prater. Prater was there off his hands. It would have been a short gain of about 3, but still, you got to have those 4-yard catches.
Keith, I think that probably should have been a catchable ball. He had some space, able to get out there, and Parker's able to throw the ball on the line. It just kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, kind of short-armed that a little bit. You know, he had a guy on him. You know, these guys have got to go and make plays right now. You know, I think CJ was a little bit shook maybe after Dez went down. He was kind of short-arming everything, too. Those throws, not stepping into them. You know, just got to calm down and play ball. 3rd down and 9. Gibson drops back. Has time. Looks. Nobody open. Throws finally. Incomplete. Throw it over the middle to Watson. Incomplete. And good news, though, looking on the sideline, there is Dez up, standing, helmet on, pads on, standing like he's ready to go in.
Keith, you said he was a tough kid.
Yeah, he's the tough. I'd say he's the dog of this team. You know, he's to be his size. Here he comes jogging on the field. To be his size, if he was a 6'2", 205-pound player, he'd be getting recruited by everybody in the country.
Going to punt it away. 4th down. Last few punts, they've had a great return, almost taking it in every time and setting up good field position. 7:22 to go in the half. Hunter ready. Better hurry. Play clock at 2. One hopper back to Hunter. Scoops it up. Good job by Hunter just getting rid of it. It's going to bounce at the 40, 35. Here's a return. Being chased around now. He changes directions back to the right side. There's a block in the back. 35-40 down the sideline. He'll step out of bounds because there's a bunch of flags. 2 of the Aggies blocked in the back around the 36-yard line. So at least this time they won't have great field position.
Barry, I got tickled. Jackson Potter, he's got the ball. He's out here making things happen. And then he saw the block in the back right in front of him, saw the referee here on the near side throw the flag. And what'd he do? He just took a left turn and ran out of bounds. He's like, I'm not getting hit because it's not coming. It's coming back anyway. Hey, listen, credit Hunter Smith having to play infielder like a baseball. Snap came back to him on the ground, able to scoop it up, get it over the line. Pretty decent punt. And then when they mark the penalty off, it's going to end up being a pretty decent punt for the Aggies.
And what are they doing there? Look like they're going to mark it off against the Aggies.
I know.
One official's ready to walk it off against us. I think he needs to turn it around. Now he is. Now the flag is back on the 36-yard line. So they should take it back inside the 25, roughly.
Well, and something that worries me too, guys, we know it's going to back up right here, but our gunner on this far left side going down, again, he goes too far inside, guy jukes him, and he gets outside of him. If those flags are not there, that's a huge gain, and it's just not playing disciplines. You know what I mean?
Yep. So it's going to be 1st down. They'll finally mark it off all the way back to the 27. So this is the worst start they've had since early in the game. Now the defense, maybe we can hold them. Looks like starting quarterback is back in. J.L. Davis. 1st down. Davis drops back, throws out of the backfield. Got his man to the 25, to the 30. Peyton Jones grabs him. He gets away. 40, 45, midfield to the 40, 35, 30. One man left. 20 to the 10, to the 5. He will score. No flags. And that's going to be about a, 30, let's see. 73-yard touchdown.
And, guys, about as simple as it gets. They snap the ball back to J.L. Davis. He flips the ball to the back out of the backfield out in the flats. Jones has got responsibility for him. He's able to fight off and fend off that tackle. Hits the near boundary. Got a receiver downfield blocking. Turns back into the middle of the field. And absolutely nobody home all the way to the end zone.
So it's 6:51 to go in the half. It's now 43-0. Not even at halftime. Not even halfway through the 2nd quarter yet. And for the point after, high snap. The holder's going to have to roll. Throws it back into the end zone. Throws, tipped around, incomplete. And the 2-point try is no good. So I guess at least something good happened. We'll take a timeout. 6:51 to go in the half. It's 43-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Welcome back. Another short touchdown drive. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring drive.
Austin taking over the football at their own 27-yard line after an Aggie punt. One play. Quarterback Davis to running back Joshua out of the backfield on a 73-yard touchdown strike. No extra point, no good. Austin leads 43-0.
High kick, deep kick. Going to be putting it back in the end zone. Or fight breaking out around the 32. It didn't last long. But this time they had not great field position. Didn't matter, though, Chris. They took it down the field, 73 yards.
They have so much team speed, it's not even funny. It's just ridiculous.
So 43-0. We're not even halfway through the second quarter yet. Zuniga back in. He'll have Kobe Watson and Prater wide left, right side, Talik Saint. You know, he scored 20 points last week. Give you a little bit of hope. You got to think, how will this hurt your confidence and your momentum after this game?
Well, I think you just got to keep playing and keep playing hard, play what you do, and realize that there's a Grissom team looming out there in the distance that you have an opportunity to play with.
First down, 20-yard line. Zuniga hands off. The G-man up the middle. He's punishing man, 23-24. He shed one tackler in the backfield, lowered his shoulders, Keith, and ran over a guy and picks up about 4 yards.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's a throwback running back. He's a big kid. Man, he's only a ninth grader. He looks like a junior or senior with that kind of size. You know, it's a real quick story. William Orr was with a player here back in the late 90s. And coach from Florida came in and said, hey, I want to recruit that kid right there as a running back.
Yeah.
And Coach Mack said he's only a freshman. He's going to outgrow running back position.
2nd and 5, a handoff again to G-man. This time they're going to drag him down in the backfield, no gain. They got through, broke through, hit him in the backfield, nowhere to go, 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, I'm not going to lay that one at the feet of G-man on that one.
Nope.
The left side of the offensive line, just I don't know if there was some confusion or if they brought one too many players in that kind of confusion, but the blocking just not what you would like to have right there, and way too many Black Bears in the backfield.
Christian Ramirez not happy with one of the other linemen. You got to have some leadership. You got to get on them.
Yeah.
3rd down and 5 from the 25. Zuniga using some game clock. The snap, drops back, has time, throws it short, got his man, turns it upfield, not going to be enough. Unless they give him a great spot. It should be about a yard shy of the first down, a gain of 4 as Prater makes the catch.
You know, Tate Prater did a really good job there driving the defensive back off. Thought he had a chance to get that ball and turn upfield, but you got to credit number 23, Rico Russell, 11th grade defensive back, comes up, makes a solid tackle to make it short of the first down, Barry.
5:09 to go in the half. So the Aggies will punt it away. 4th and 1. Hunter Smith steps back. You've got to kick the ball away from this guy because he's been returning it usually 20, 35 yards every time.
Let's punt it to this referee right here.
Hunter, the snap head, good job.
Oh, wow.
He does punt it away. That's his best punt of the game. It's going to bounce to the 30 and roll to the 27-yard line. Good job, Hunter Smith. It'll be Austin football, 27-yard line with 4:47 to go in the half.
I hope it's not an omen, but Barry, that's where they started their last drive, was the 27-yard line.
So let's see. I would think Austin will start making some personnel changes, more personnel changes. But so far, anybody they brought in has been as good as the guys they've replaced.
Well, and, you know, that's one thing that Coach Perkins and I talked about on Wednesday night is he's got some youth. And Barry, when you have those sophomore offensive linemen and their starters, you still know that there's other big teams looming out there. When you get into the playoffs, these guys have got to be seasoned. I just don't see him subbing till maybe we get into the third quarter late, because here comes the starting group out there again.
J.L. Davis, he's back in there. Tailback is out there using Kenneth Joshua. He's ran the last couple of series. He's the backup. 1st and 10, 27-yard line. Austin up 43-0. So 4:47 to go in the half. Snap to Davis. High snap, pulls it down. Pressure's coming.
Got him.
Chasing him. Got him. Good job. All the way back. That was a Froelich. Mason Froelich, a big sack on the play. First of all, it was a bad snap. He pulled it down. By that time, Froelich was right in his face, and they got to drop him back at the 15-yard line.
Hey, credit Mason Froelich getting around. Now, we talked about those sophomore tackles and all of that stuff, but he did a great job of beating the offensive tackle in the backfield. By the time quarterback Davis able to gather it in, now he's trying to run away from Froelich. Froelich does a great job, and guys, it's 2nd down in a country mile.
Got to go to the 37-yard line at 2nd down and long on the sack. 4:09 to go in the half. Quarterback Davis. Joshua stands beside him. Davis steps back, looks, throws it deep down the left side. Got a man with the step on him. This goes up. He dropped it. What a pass. That ball fell at about the 40-yard line from his 5 to our 40. The ball is in the air about 55 yards and fell right between the hands of the receiver, Keith.
He's got an arm. I mean, and we watched him before the game, and John has pointed out, he can flick his wrist and throw it 40 yards, okay? So, you know, we've got to respect that and back off. They could have scored probably 2, maybe 3 other times, long passes, if they connect on deep routes, and we're still playing up in their face.
So incomplete now, 3rd down. Maybe we can get a stop. 3rd down, about 23. Davis chops back again. Pressure's coming. Double screen. Got his man. Breaks free. 20, 25 to the 30. Still fighting 34. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down at about 8. It's a good job by the Aggie defense. They'll stop him, and you will think they'll punt the ball away.
Hey, credit Des Revolt on the tackle right there, John. You know, you talking about a guy we've talked about already with some guts. You know, he took probably the hardest hit we've seen so far this year.
Right.
He sat out maybe, 6-7 minutes, and he's back in the ball game and making tackles. He's a tough kid.
So 4th and 8, they'll punt it away. Aggies back deep around the 35-yard line. 3:16 clock running to go in the half. 43-0 Austin.
And guys, right there, you talk about a safe play a few moments ago. Just a screen pass. You're just trying to get your lineman downfield, try to get something safe where you don't get any further back. And Barry, they're going to take a timeout. Yeah, I don't think they would go for it.
I think they were short of a player or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a timeout. 3:04 to go in the half, down 43-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal, community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's Community Channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of Community Channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
They only had 10 players, down 43. I went ahead and gone with that. Snapped it with you.
Yeah. Well, there might be a backup player that you wanted to make sure he got in the game.
Could be. High snap almost blocked. Dez almost blocked. That ball is sky high. It's going to bounce. Almost hit one of the Aggie D-men who didn't see it coming. That would have been rough, but luckily it doesn't. It'll bounce free. They'll down the ball 33, and that's 1st and 10 Albertville.
Man, Hunter is yelling to Keegan to get out of the way. Keegan Thompson, he's running toward the sideline, Barry. And Keith, that thing nearly hit him on top of the helmet. He's trying to get away.
And at this point, that would be our luck.
Yeah.
That thing tracked him like it was a mortar coming out of the sky, like a cannonball. I was watching it. If he would have stayed where he was, it'd have missed him by 12 yards. He almost ran under it. It missed him by 8 inches, guys.
Like a drone chasing them across the field. All right, 33-yard line. This gets some yardage. Get a first down or two. Get something positive here before the half. Gibson back in. Gibson hands off to G-Man. Trying to drag tacklers. He cannot. They're going to drag him down back for about a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, right now, we talked a few moments ago about how the Albertville Aggie offensive line doing some good around the line of scrimmage. But, Barry, you've actually got some of these backups, and I think these backups are trying to show the coaches what they're made out of, because the last 2 or 3 plays at the line of scrimmage, it's been the Austin Black Bear defensive line that's been dominating that area.
2:22 to go here in the half, down 43-0. Aggies with the ball on our 31-yard line. Gibson and a quarterback, G-Man beside him. Gibson drops back, has time, throws right side, got his man tipped away. Good defensive play. Talik Satan was there. The defender just slaps it away, incomplete.
If you're going to throw that route, you got to throw it a little bit sooner. I think that's a JV quarterback right there, Keith, that's throwing JV speed, but he's got a varsity cornerback that's sitting out there that just read that and batted away.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And he's also throwing from this hash to the numbers on the other side. These guys have some closing speed. We need to throw it upfield in the seam. And we got our tall guy in right now. Right there, got Jacoby in.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. Gibson drops back. Has time. Now pressure rolls right side. He's going to throw it away. Nobody open downfield. Had nowhere to go with it. If he'd looked back to his left, but then again, he was already across the other side of the field. This incomplete 4th down will punt it away.
Defensive back core, even though it's kind of a mix and match group right now with starters and backups, just nowhere for Parker Gibson to go with the football. He's rolling to the far boundary, trying to make something happen. Pocket is beginning to close on him. Defensive ends beginning to close on him, and he throws it over to the Powerade cooler in the Austin bench.
Coming up at halftime, I believe a special guest, Dr. Reeves, will be joining us.
Think so. The superintendent's going to make his way up here in a few moments.
We'll see the Aggie band in their full gear. A low snap. Hunter picks it up. He's going to have to run. A little stiff arm. He's going to run with it. The ball is knocked loose. He paid for that one. I hope he is okay. He was hit hard. There was a flag coming in at the very end. Are they going to throw that against Albertville?
No, it's going to be a personal foul on them. And it looks like the same young man's going to get 2. He got up and was basically doing the gator chomp in our guys' faces. And Coach Brown is not pleased at all right now.
I think Coach Brown's yelling at one of the other, because you said there were 2 flags. And I think Coach Brown is pleading his case that young man should be ejected from the football game.
I'm glad Hunter is okay. It was a bad snap. He had no choice but to scoop it and run. He did not get the first down, but he was hit hard. And the thing was, Chris, he was hit around. He's holding by his arm. Right around the forearm is where the guy put the helmet. I hope his arm is okay, because he took a pounding there on the sideline.
Yeah, well, I think Hunter was taking out some frustration, too, on that guy. He was trying his best to get every yard he could.
Barry, was that, Keith, I only saw them mark 1 personal foul. So when that late flag came in from the other referee, I wonder if he was still talking about the original personal foul.
Yeah, I don't think so, John. He saw the young man still running his mouth, so he got him. I think it should be 2, unless for some reason they're calling one on us on the first one. The second one's definitely on them. But it looked like the young man that delivered the hit got one early, and then he kept talking, going back, and then the white hat got him a second time.
Hey,
That's what it looked like from here.
Check on Hunter. He's kind of wobbly here on the sideline. Be sure he's okay. It looks like he's okay. I think he wants to go back in, but they may let him rest until halftime because we've only got 1:51 to go before the half.
Looks like he's checking out that right knee, right ankle area, kind of just moving his leg around, kind of limping on it a little bit. Yeah, I agree with you, Barry. With what limited amount of time we have left to go in the third quarter, just let him get to the halftime locker room.
Okay, here comes the penalty. See if there's one or two. Here's the first one they're marking off. I think they're going to mark off 12. I think they're going to mark
30.
off 2.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The young man that delivered the blow, hey, he did a great job. It was great contact. You know, Hunter did, like Chris said, he did lower the shoulder. Both of them, it was a great football play. There's just no excuse for getting up and talking and then continuing to talk when you got to midfield. I guarantee there'll be a coaching moment on the other side.
Yeah, it is 2 personal foul penalties against Austin. They mark it all the way off to the Austin 35-yard line.
Coach Perkins had a counseling session with that young man before. I think he made it to the numbers on the far side, to be honest with you, Keith.
Yeah, I think it's still going on, John.
So first down, Austin 35-yard line. They're up 43-0. J.L. Davis, he'll stay in. Looks like maybe a third running back has checked in. Got a new back in. So it's 1st and 10 from the 35. High snap. Davis hands off. The new back hit in the backfield. They're going to wrap him up and throw him back. Lost the play. Hey, that's Froelich again. How about Froelich? He's had a heck of a game.
Froelich doing a great job coming downhill, reading his keys, able to make that tackle in the backfield. And Barry, I was looking. No, it's still that starting offensive line that they've had in the game from the get-go. Those guys are just huge. And, you know, some people would say, well, why don't they pull them out? Guys, 4 of those guys are sophomores.
Yeah.
And 3 of the 5 are sophomores. 4 of the 5, this is their first year starting varsity football. You got to give them a chance to work it out.
In the backfield is the new running back. They'll hand it off to Gary. Lost the ball. It's loose on the ground. Did he get it back? Let's say they hand it off to the new running back. It's Gary Willie, the guy with 2 first names, and I think Aggies may have it.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, looks like the Aggies, they came out of the pile.
Aggies got it.
Hey, Mason Froelich, again, comes through there, and he tattooed that kid, knocked the ball loose. Let's see if we can't put one in the end zone right here.
How big would that be? I know you're down 43-0, but you need every little piece of inspiration you can get because we're on their 25-yard line. I'd put it in the end zone 4 straight times and try to get something going. I'd put in, first of all, Trey Bright, your big 6'4" receiver, throw it in the end zone, and let them go up and get it.
Yeah, we haven't seen him tonight, guys.
We have not. So here we go. CJ back in the game. It'll be on the 25. Fumble. Aggies take over. 1:01 to go in the half, down 43-0. Maybe the longest game. We're at 8:21. An hour and 21 minutes. We're not even at halftime yet. So first down. G-Man in the backfield. Zuniga, the snap, drops back, has time, looks towards the middle. Kobe wants to intercept it. The linebacker to step back and read him the entire way. The return, 20, 25. He followed him all the way across the field, Keith, and the linebacker was just sitting and just licking his chops waiting on that pass.
Yeah, it looks like there's a flag on the field, guys, and maybe a sideline warning, I think is what he just signaled.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. They're playing a lot of zone. They're just sitting back, and they're watching CJ's eyes. And, he's CJ, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
And only, it's his second year to start, but, guys, he's a 9th grader. And he's staring Jacoby down on that play. Trey Bright was in on that play, and I'm not sure that wouldn't have been a jump ball down there if he'd have thrown it that way.
I think he just zeroed in because Kobe had man-to-man. He's going to cut across the middle, and he just followed him the entire way, and the linebacker saw it, picks it off, interception. Flag is down. Maybe more than one flag.
Yeah.
More than a sideline warning. Personal foul, face mask. Alston on the return, I guess.
Well, no, it was going to be before if it came from that side on that line, Judge, probably a defensive back got his hands up into the face mask of the wide receiver prior to the pass, and because of that, the interception is null and void. Plus, Albertville gets 15 bonus yards because of that penalty.
How big is that break? So Alston shooting themselves in the foot. So we're on the 13, make a 12-yard line with still time, 47 seconds. A chance at least to get on the board here before the half. Zuniga with G-Man behind him. Talik Saint wide right side. Zuniga rolls right side, looks, throws, Sweat, makes the catch, turns upfield, and he is cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got to hurry. Did they call a timeout?
Yeah, it looks like Coach Brown called a timeout. CJ actually, Coach, it looked like it was a flood pattern. Brant out there in the flat. I think that backside deep receiver had kind of gotten in the end zone if he would have just taken one more look to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, you're right, John. And then that play side inside receiver, which was Talik, he's running that corner route. If he lets that develop about another 2 seconds, he's probably open too. CJ's really been a little bit off since Dez got hit and got hurt. And it's tough for a 13, 14-year-old to mentally overcome some of those things. He's just got to calm down and go out there and throw the ball and have fun.
Well, guys, for last week's numbers, 15 of 29 to this week, he's 5 of 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
How many yards?
26.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
And I would say this week, I think something else that equates to that, guys, is I think this is a better defensive front and linebacker core in the box. And I believe that CJ has been a little bit more under duress this week than he was last week. And because of that, and because he's had a couple of interceptions, I think he may be hesitant to throw the ball, whereas last week it just seemed like he was turning that thing loose.
Yeah, he had more time last week to set, look, find a receiver. This week he's having to roll and roll to his right or left. Okay, 2nd and 9, 38 seconds to go in the half after the Aggie timeout. Trying to get some points on here on inside the 15. G-man in the backfield. Zuniga back to pass, throws it left side, throws it into the end zone. Was it picked off? It's picked off, but he's out of the end zone. I think he was trying to throw it away, but it was almost picked off. Are they going to say they intercepted?
No, he intercepted it,
but there was a flag down.
Or did not intercept it. And the back judge is saying it's not an interception. The safety comes over and says something, and that safety's going to get a personal foul for talking to the referee. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. And, guys, Coach Perkins across the way is a man who doesn't say a whole lot, but I think he just turned about 2 shades of red on that young man just now.
Penalties is giving the Aggies all their yards on this drive.
Guys, that's 8 for 100 yards.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Well, and we're still in the first half of this ball game. And look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Let's be real honest. he did intercept the ball. His foot was in.
Yeah.
But as a football player, you just got to keep your mouth shut and play ball. You cannot. And the safety came over and was very aggressive with the official. So you just can't do stuff like that.
So the ball is on the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 6, 32.2 to go. I think it's second down. Zuniga from the gun. Rolls right side. Looks, nobody open. Looks to the middle, nobody open. Throws it back to the middle, almost intercepted. There is nobody open. Give a lot of credit to the Austin secondary. There is nobody open.
Trying to run a flood to the far boundary, but at the same time, what they were doing is they were dragging Kobe Watson on what we used to call an old tight end drag across everything, hoping to get the linebackers and everybody bailed out of there. Linebacker stayed at home, safety stayed at home, and he just overthrows Kobe Watson.
So it's third down and goal from the 6-yard line. Clock stopped, 23.8 to go in the half, down 43-0. Just trying to get something positive. They've got Dez Revolte wide left side. I'll throw it to Dez. Let him go up and get it. He and Brant Sweat wide left side. CJ, third down. Is there
delay a game?
Delay a game.
Delay a game on Albertville.
Well, it gives you 5 more yards to work with now.
And guys, listen, tonight we've been bad last week with penalties. Tonight, guys, that's only our 4th penalty.
Done better. That one, seriously, sometimes you're on the 6, you want to pass. It's tough. Everybody's all bunched together in the end zone.
Well, you nailed it, Barry. You're exactly right. And you know, and it's hard to throw the ball as much as we are when you get this close to the end zone. There's just no room.
I think that was an intentional penalty. Back to pass. Zuniga throws. He threw it to the right side. Yeah, Talik cut to the inside. Incomplete pass. 4th down.
I'm going to lay that one on CJ. CJ should have been throwing that to where his receiver was going into where the receiver was not. And Keith, he just threw it behind. And I think Talik Saints got position on the defensive back. If he throws it in front of him, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. You know, and like I said, CJ has been kind of short-arming his throws a little bit tonight. You know, he's had pressure. I mean, I don't blame him. And so he's got to step into those throws. And I know Coach is coaching him up on that. Guys, we might be calling timeout to set up a field goal right here.
I mean, points are points. Of course, you want a touchdown, but hey, get something, take something. I don't know, 12.7 to go. 4th down, 4th and goal from the 11-yard line, down 43 zip. Hey, don't forget next Saturday, come out here to Albertville, the Northeast Alabama Marching Invitational Band Festival going on. I think around 18, 19 bands will be here competing. And it's one of the best competitions you'll find anywhere. Great bands. Jacksonville State will be here. And it's going to be a full day of band activity starting roughly around lunch next Saturday.
Who's going to be emceeing those bands, Barry?
I don't know. The only guy that's available.
The voice of NAMI. That's who's going to be out there. Our very own big-time Barry Galloway.
The GOAT.
I love it. It's some of the best bands. And to see Albert will be the last band of the evening, wrap things up. And finally, tonight, we get to see the whole show. They're in their uniforms. Looking forward to the halftime show coming up in a few minutes. So here we go. C.J. Zuniga, 4th down. Big 4th down call. 4th down and goal. C.J. back to pass. Pressure's coming. Throws. Got his man. 5, 4. Dez will spin and go down at the 2.
Got the first down, though.
He got the first down.
He gave it all he could give it, but he got the first down. And do we have one timeout left? With 4 seconds, time for one more play. Give that first down to Dez Revolte.
Dez just did a great job. Ran his man off in an out route. C.J. put the ball where it needed to be, and I think Talik, Coach, you're right down there field level. I think he was actually short and fought for that first down.
Yeah, he did a really nifty spin move and able to get up that extra 1.5 yards to get that first down. You know, we've talked about it. He's just a tough kid, and he's going to go get everything. Now, if we throw the slant right there, it might have been open for a touchdown. Hunter looked like he had beat his guy.
All right, Coach Keith Ball, 4th down. You're on the 3-yard line. What do you call on this play?
Well, we did get the first down.
First down, rather.
Yeah. But you're on the 3-yard line. We got 4 seconds left. You've got time for one where you definitely don't throw it short. Even if you run some kind of an out, you tell your guys, get to the goal line before you break your route. I would run, we used to call it the shoot play. Is where you drag a tight end from one side and basically run a flood, run everybody off, and hit the tight end on about 8 yards deep.
All right, 3-man right side, Talik Saint, Dez Revolte, and Kobe Watson to the left. You've got Hunter Smith. First and goal from the 3. Final play of the half. Back to pass, throws into the end zone. Hunter Smith there, goes up.
Got it.
He's got it. Is it good? Yes, at the buzzer, touchdown Albertville.
You just put your best player out there. And what Hunter's known for is climbing that ladder. CJ knows what they do. They do it at practice all day, every day. Throws it up. Hunter Smith climbs the ladder. On the way down, he's getting hand-checked by the Austin defensive back, but holds on to it in the back corner of the end zone. A big-time touchdown to close out the first half.
Beautiful catch by Hunter. 43-6, point after at the buzzer. And for Hunter, 14 catches, 136 yards. That's his first touchdown catch of the season. Now for the point after. And they jump. A bunch of them jump. This may be the longest half I've seen in quite a while.
It's crazy, man.
My legs are hurting. I don't know if y'all are standing.
It's 8:31. I've just cramped up a second ago. You're going to have to bring Buck and Duck and everybody up here. Need some pickle juice at halftime.
Eat some mustard.
My goodness.
You got a gourmet hot dog out there. Go get it.
It's like deja vu all over again. It's the longest half. Like this keeps happening over and over. Now for the point after.
What's that movie, Groundhog Day?
Groundhog Day.
So waiting on the snap. It's down. The kick is up. It is a boy. Is it blocked? There's about a
can't scoop it in high school.
Pile of humanity just come bursting through and block it. So half is over. We'll take a timeout. 43-6. Austin leads. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
The Albertville High School Band is under the direction of Dr. Taylor Cash, Aaron Saxon, John Shakerson, Nathan Askew, and Orlando Garrett. The color guard instructors are Emsley Cash and Melanie Oliver. The dance line instructor is Lindsay Beck, and the percussion instructor is Brian Crawford. Tonight, we are proud to present our 2024 show titled Crazy in Love. We begin with All of Me by John Legend and continue the opener with Fallen to Me by Forrest Black. The show continues with I Am Yours by Andy Grammer, and we will continue our performance with our percussion feature Crazy in Love by Beyonce. We will conclude our tonight's show by Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. The Yankee Band is under the full direction of drum major Landon McCann. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the award-winning Albertville High School Aggie Band.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Solid offensive line, solid defensive line. And Barry, it just shows. Sometimes you're just, Coach said it earlier, X's and O's and Jimmys and Joes. And right now, Austin just has more Jimmys and Joes than we do.
And we're set to go second half underway. High kick. Deep kick, returnable. Yes, Hunter, 5-yard line to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Actually, that's Talik Saint to the 25-26. Not a bad return at all. Be first down 26-yard line, down 43-6. So the Aggies, let's see, how long will you think Austin leave the starters in? I'd say probably a series or two.
I would imagine. I'm trying to see. Looks like that may be Dontarius Mason coming out here along the outside. Is that, Cortavius, is that number 9 here along the near side? Or is that number 8?
It looks like they've made a few changes.
They've made a few changes. That is number 9? I know their linebacker core, that's their starters.
Right, we're set to go. CJ, quarterback, G-Man behind him in the backfield. First down, CJ turns handoff to G-Man, stops, cuts left side. It doesn't matter if first team, second team, they wrap him up for about a 2-yard loss. You got to block. It don't matter if they got their second team or third string or JV team. You've got to block, and that time they didn't, and we'll lose 2 yards.
Keith, it looks like to me they're taking the defensive end and they're attacking the outside shoulder and just kind of crashing down that tackle, right? Their defensive ends taking care of it there. And when they do that, the linebacker is then flying out of there to kind of take up that space, and that's who's making contact. They're just keeping our blockers from getting out there.
Second and 12. CJ back to pass. Looks, has pressure, now throws. Ball is batted at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. I'm glad it was. Keith, where he was throwing it, there were 3 defenders waiting on that pass.
Yeah, and guys, they're just basically they're playing. I guess it would amount to a cover 2. They're playing everything zone, everything keeping in front of them, and it's easy to do that when you're having a hard time getting the ball downfield and you can't loosen them up. So anything they're throwing right here mid-range, John, they're going to be able to eat it alive.
So clock stopped, 10:38 to go in the third. Aggies down 43-6. Running clock looks like. CJ back to pass, steps up in pressure, throws, incomplete, trying to hit Dez. There's no separation here on the 32. Eddie made the catch, about a 3-4 yard gain. Incomplete, fourth down coming up, and that was not a pretty 3 plays at all.
Well, you talk about Dez being covered. I mean, number 28, Jaden Williams, sophomore defensive back, and just no separation. CJ was going to try to put it where only Dez could get it, but even Dez couldn't get there. Ball goes into the Albertville bench. And Barry, you talked about it, just a quick 1, 2, 3.
And a running clock, too, looks like. Which is good. I mean, you're down 43-6. Clock is running even on the incomplete passes. Hunter to punt it away. The snap. It blocked. Or maybe he kicked it into the play. It's picked up. The return to the 10. And that one, Hunter, they broke through 2-3 men, came in to block that one. And Hunter, he never had a chance. They block it and take over inside our 15-yard line.
Guys, I'm trying not to make anybody mad on the radio.
Yeah.
But when you know that Hunter's trying to get off a short punt and that the distance is not your normal punt, Coach, we've got to hold our water, and we've got to block like our life depends on it, because at that moment in time, we started to release before we finished the block, and that's the reason why it got blocked. The punt got blocked.
Yeah, you got to get in somebody's way. I mean, even if Hunter wouldn't have got a little air on that one, they were going to block that one. You've got to get and block. And you're on special teams like that, and you're punting the ball. Block the guy that inside your inside shoulder. You can't let a guy come up and split you in the middle.
Lyle back in at quarterback, the number 2 quarterback. He's going to start the second half. And before we do, I'm not sure if they had enough players out there. They're going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 9:17 to go in the third, down 43-6. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Back 9:17 to go in the third. Austin had to call a time. I didn't have the right personnel out there. Now we're set to go. First down there on the Aggie 12-yard line after the punt was blocked. High snap. The running back catches it, and he spins away from one man to the 15, to the sideline, to the 10 almost. Tipso down the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds. It went off the quarterback's hand. Tip drill. Running back caught it. It still gains about 7-8 yards.
And you talk about, and Kenneth Joshua did a great job. Went through Kadir Lyle's hands up in the air. Kenneth Joshua catches it. Albertville Aggie is on top of him. He spins out of the tackle, gets to the far boundary, and utilizes his speed and athleticism. What should have been about a 3 or 4 yard loss ends up being about a 4-yard gain.
Second down and 6. Ball is on the 9-yard line. The second string in the game now for Austin. Quarterback Lyle out of the gun. Snap, hands off. Joshua up the middle to the 5, to the 4, to the 3. I'm not sure if he was touched. Touchdown, Austin.
I don't think he was touched at all. Underneath handoff, left side of the Austin offensive line. There's kickouts, there's seals, and then there was a lead blocker that took on a linebacker in the hole. And Barry, I think you're right. From about the 7-yard line in, he was absolutely untouched. Kenneth Joshua into the end zone.
Now for the point after. 8:19 to go third quarter. Yes, very late game. A lot of games already over. We're still early third quarter. The snap, the kick, it's up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 8:19 to go in the third. It's 50-6. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Off the punt, how far to go, easy touchdown. Here's the Gilbert and ball forward at Albertville scoring drive.
Yeah, after a blocked punt and recovered by Austin at the 12-yard line. 2 plays, 12 yards later, running back Joshua from 8 yards out, untouched, extra point up and good. Austin comes out of the halftime locker room, puts 7 up on the board. They lead this game 50-6.
And that was with the backups in there. So we've got to get something offensively going, get back into some kind of rhythm like we had last week against Sparkman. Yes, I think Austin is a better team than Sparkman, but I don't think they're 44 points better. Here's the kick, good kick. This one will go through the end zone. And we'll start on the 20-yard line, first down and 10.
Guys, this will be our, let's see, this drive started at the 20, and I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 drives, Barry, for the Albertville Aggies. Of about 11 drives they've had in this ball game, 7 of them have started 80 yards away from pay dirt. It just goes to show that statistic that we talk about week in and week out about how hard it is for high schools to drive 80 yards. I think never more evident than what it says right now.
Yeah. So we'll check the Aggies. It looks like the starting lineup out there. CJ stays in. You got G-Man in the backfield. Kirkland, he's kind of hobbling on the sideline. He may not go back in. We haven't seen him since probably late first quarter. CJ hands off to G-Man. He turns, hits the middle. They've got a lot of backups in, and the backups still smother him for no gain, a loss of a yard on the play.
Keith, I hate to harp on it, but right there, you're trying to run an underneath handoff coming to the near boundary. And your offensive line is just not getting it done for G-Man. They're not, I mean, granted that they're bringing more, but you've got to be able to cut back. You've got to double team. You got to do something.
Back to the action and a flag before the snap. That's way downfield.
I think one of the receivers was playing Canadian ball, wasn't he?
It's either that or I don't know if they just had a mass substitution. I don't know if they got everybody off the field.
Yeah, it may be.
There's 11 out there now, but one player may not have got off the field in time. I don't know.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I want to say the previous play, they had almost all their starters on, and they just ran maybe 7 to 8 backups on. Looks like their linebackers are still their starting linebackers.
Clock running, 5:42 to go in the quarter. CJ back to pass. Looks right side's got a man under, throws him. Dez comes back, flag should be thrown. It is incomplete. Had he been able to connect with Dez had his man beat by a couple of yards, but he underthrew him. It's still pass interference on Austin.
And you know, when you think about it, yes, it's pass interference on Austin, but if he doesn't do that, Dez is going to catch the ball at the Austin 45-yard line with a chance to take it all the way to the house. I think the cornerback did the wise thing, Barry. In high school, you only give up 15 yards on pass interference, and I think I'm sure that's what his defensive back coach has taught him, is to grab him and pull him down, and that's exactly what he did.
CJ has a good arm, but not that good. Dez is that fast. He outran that pass. CJ back to pass, first down and 10, throws. Left side, got his man. Hunter makes the catch. Progress, they're going to drive him backwards, but they'll give him forward progress to the 47, so it's a gain of 8. Give him 9. It'll be second down in the yard.
Boy, it was good hands by Hunter Smith here along the near boundary, running an out route. CJ just lays it out there. The defenders actually got his hands kind of inside the body of Hunter, but Hunter's able to hold onto that football and bring it into his body, and they do give him forward progress. Good 8-yard gain.
Clock running clock here in the second half. 4:26 to go, third quarter. Aggies on the 47-yard line. Zuniga hands off to G-Man. He cuts the left side. They're going to horse collar him and drive him out of bounds. No gain. It'll be third down at about 2.
Just a good job there defensively, Barry. That's right there in front of us in the press box. And did you see that? Linebackers and the defensive line just basically strung it out all the way down the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for G-Man to go.
Third down short at home against Grissom next week. Homecoming. Austin, they're going to be at Florence. That's going to be a big game. If they beat Bob Jones tonight, there'll be a battle of unbeatens next Friday night. Haven't seen any of the scores for tonight. So it's third down at about 3, we'll call it. CJ back to pass. Looks, has time. Those left side. Dez is there, pushing, and another flag. Almost picked off. Doesn't matter. Another pass interference, 20-yard line. He was double covered. There's a lot of pushing, so it's going to be first down Albertville. So this drive staying alive thanks to pass interference. Too many Austin penalties. How many in the game for Austin?
Oh, that would be that'd be the 11th penalty.
You know, we've seen some good teams in the region, but one thing that's been consistent, they all have a lot of penalties.
Hey, guys, what about this one? Boaz over Douglas 40-6, but the surprising one right now, fourth quarter, the Arabian Knights leading Guntersville 15-14 in the fourth quarter.
That's a surprise. They're at 39-yard line after the pass interference mark-off. Aggies on the move on the Austin 39-yard line. First down. CJ, the snap, hands off to Laredo. Laredo stops, cuts to the middle. 35. Ball is loose. Diving for it. I believe the diving Aggie may have gotten it. Is that Christian? Couldn't see who fell on it.
Yeah, Christian Ramirez.
Good job. Got to say, good hustle by Christian Ramirez. It doesn't matter what the score is, offense, defense. You get 100% out of Christian every single game.
Oh, absolutely. And, guys, another thing I wanted to bring up, it seems like the right side of that line, we're running the football. There's more holes on the right side of the line than there is the left side. This left side, we're not gaining much of nothing.
Nope. 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5, 2:09 to go third quarter. CJ turns, hands off left side. G-Man tries to bounce it. They break through, hit him in the backfield. That young man broke through in the backfield, tackled him for a loss. He had nowhere to go. He drops down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, that's Braden Eccles, junior defensive end, just comes down the line of scrimmage unblocked, able to hit him in the backfield, sets up a long 3rd down. Barry, you talking about scores in our region. James Clemens in the 3rd quarter over Grissom, 31-12, and Sparkman in Huntsville in the 4th quarter, 14-12.
All right, 3rd down, 8, clock running, 90 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. CJ drops back, looks, still rolls to his right, throws. Dez is down there, turns. He had a turnaround, almost made a diving catch at the 8. Tough break. Dez, what a move Dez put on the defensive backs, Keith. He left 2 of them standing there.
Yeah, and the ball went right between his hands. You know he wants that one back. We're able to get it downfield a little bit and loosen this secondary up. They're having to back up and respect that right now. Could open up things underneath. Guys, really quick, I got a cool little game going on in DeKalb County tonight. You got the Pruitt Bowl, Dale versus Luke. And right now, I think, guys, Daddy's winning by 2 points in the 4th quarter.
Wow. All right, 4th down. CJ back to pass. Pressure's coming. He stops, throws it. Prater's there, going up at about the 3. It is picked off. That's one you should knock down. But, of course, you want an interception. They do, but they will be spotted at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, you're trying to tell a kid that you taught him his entire life not to intercept the pass, and the safety goes up and makes the interception. However, the good thing about that interception, Barry, it's as good as a punt, I think.
Yeah.
Austin has the ball once they spot it at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Hey, guys, real quick, I just got a text from Dad. Gunnersville wins 17-15, field goal with time running out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a heartbreaker.
That would have been a big upset. So Gunnersville stays on top in their region. The clock will wind down. They're going to just walk off, let the 3rd quarter in. We'll take a timeout. 3rd quarter over. Austin leads at 50-6. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
4th quarter coming up, 50-6, running clock. We're making up some ground now. It's only 9:13, but it'll be Austin football starting at about the 3-yard line after the pass interception.
Very just worried Taco Bell was going to be closed by the time we got through the real game.
So let's see. Looks like most of the starters out for Austin. Quarterback snap in the end zone, running around 5 to the 10. Hunter Smith will bring him down a touchdown saving tackle. If it got by Hunter, he was gone. 13-yard line will be first down and 10.
Boy, Barry, that would have been a dagger in the heart of the Albertville defense. Hunter Smith comes across from his safety position, makes the tackle. If not, I think that's Kadir Lyles going 97 yards to the house.
So Lyle, the backup quarterback in. He's got the third-string running back in. That's Gary Willie. It'll be first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Clock running, 11 to go in the game. Taking a lot of time between snaps. Snap to Lyle, hands off to Willie. Up to the 15, to the 20, 25 to the 29-yard line, first down. It'll be first down and 10, Austin.
Guys, right now it's the Austin offensive line, and some of those, I don't think, some of those are not all the starters out there, Barry. Some of them still are, because remember that those guys are sophomores, but that offensive line right now has literally in 2 plays taken Austin from their own 3-yard line out to the 30, 27 yards over 2 plays.
For the Aggies, looking over new faces, not really. It's mostly the starters still out there. We might see if we can get 1 or 2 new ones. I think that's Cooper McClendon has checked in, number 81. The fake thing. He'll roll right side, still rolling to the right, and they're going to push him out of bounds. About the 31, 32-yard line, a short gain.
It's a good job there by the defense of the Albertville Aggies, keeping everything in front of them, forcing him to the short boundary, which is on the far side, running him down the line of scrimmage and only giving him, Barry, he'd be tough. No, they just moved the chains a little bit, a yard gain.
Number 79, Kevin Bravo, the sophomore, he checked in. Seeing just a couple of new faces out there.
Did you say Bravo?
It is, according to my notes.
That's a good, that's a John Wayne name right there, boy.
It is. Second down and 9, 31-yard line, 9:45 to go in the game. Lyle, high snap, pulls it down, throws it deep left side, going up, it's knocked out of his hands, 35-yard line. Good defense by Prater, stripped the ball away, incomplete.
Boy, Prater did you see that? I mean, done a great job.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say.
He let the ball come down, knew he was beat, got back in the hip pocket of the receiver, and as soon as that ball hit the hands of the wide receiver coach, he just slapped that ball as hard as he could. Good breakup.
Third down, 9. Clock running clock here in the fourth quarter, actually the entire second half. That's why it's moving much faster than the first half. Third down, 9. Lyle from the gun, high snap, pulls it down, rolls left side, steps up, hits the middle, 31-32. Did he fumble it? He may have got it back. Austin says they have. It's going to be no gain. It'll be fourth down.
Guys, they have had some incredible breaks with the ball bouncing their way. 2 times in this game, the quarterback's batted the ball straight in the air and gone to the running back in the backfield, and he's gained yardage off of it somehow. And right then, that ball bounced like it was a basketball straight back up into his belly.
So what do you think, Keith? What has changed from last Friday to this Friday?
This is a better team. This is a really good team. And, you know, the penalties, the yardage has been there for this team too. But, you know, field position has been just terrible. And we've talked about it over and over again. You know, and John just talked about it earlier. When you start on the 20 every time and they start on about your 40 every time, it's no good.
There's the punt. What a kick. High kick. Hunter Smith's going to let it bounce. He's going to bounce around the 35, 38-yard line. Yeah, and I agree. I think they saw the film last week. They knew that we were throwing the ball short, effective. I think there was their goal. Take away the short pass plays to Talik and to Dez and to Hunter, and they did just that tonight.
Yeah.
How many yards for CJ tonight?
For CJ, 46.
See, there you go. He had over 200 last week as far as total yards, and now this week under 50.
Well, you know, we talked about last week that Trey Bright came in and Talik Saint came in, and that kind of gave them a wrinkle I don't think Sparkman was ready for. And, you know, and Austin was able to see that. And so the defensive coaches said, hey, they've got another weapon on the field, and they prepped all week for those 2 weapons.
First down, 37-yard line. Parker Gibson back in, hands off to G-Man, hits the middle, fighting 41, 42-yard line. It's been a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be second down and 6. We'll keep an eye out for some new Aggies coming in. I don't see anybody really new out there right now.
Guys, when G-Man runs the football, when he gets tackled, it is a different animal than when somebody else gets tackled. He's so solid.
Second and 5. There he goes again. G-Man, he's dancing around, nowhere to go. The middle was just clogged up. Good job by Austin's defense. No gain, actually a loss of a yard.
Yeah, that time on the play before, G-Man got a little bit of a crease in there, able to get north and south. This time, it's the offensive line the defensive line of Austin that's able to control that line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Upcoming third down for the Aggies.
So third down, about 4 they'll call it. He'll check out. His helmet came off. Laredo back in the game. Haven't seen Kirkland in a while. It looks like he maybe twisted an ankle. Back to pass. Parker throws to nobody. Receiver going downfield. He threw it short, so it's going to be fourth down.
Keith, it looks like Parker Gibson thought that the receiver on the far side was going to run a sticks route or a dig route, throws that, but he ran a go, and when he did, he just sails it over into the Austin bench.
Yeah, he looked like he was supposed to be running a comeback, or he thought he was going to run a comeback, and he took off downfield, and he was one-on-one down there. Could have been a big play if they would have been on the same page.
So fourth down, about 4. 6 minutes to go in the game, down 50-6, Austin on top. Running clock here in the second half. Parker Gibson back to pass. Looks, throws it right side. Hunter Smith there, going up. Oh, off his fingertips. Not a bad pass at all by Parker. Barely overthrown, incomplete. It'll be Austin football.
Yeah, Hunter ran a great route. It was actually a post flag, goes inside, looks like the post, then bends it out to the flag. CJ's going to put it out there away from the safety. The defensive back is beat. And Keith, that was right in front of you, about 6. If Hunter Smith is about 6 inches taller, that's going to be a great reception.
Yeah, and nobody wants to make that play more than he does. We've talked about it. Hunter's been a little bit gimpy on an ankle. I watched him that whole route. I knew it was going to go to him. And, man, he couldn't have ran it any harder, John. I mean, there was no loaf there. He gave it everything he had, just about 4 inches short.
First down, Austin taking over on downs, 44-yard line, our 44-yard line. Clock running, 5 minutes left. Looks like their number 3 quarterback in the game. They'll snap it to him. He's going to cut right side to the 40, diving at the 40. New quarterback in the game, that's DJ Parks, the sophomore.
Yeah, and this guy, Coach Perkins told about him as well, talking about going down his depth chart, wanted to have the opportunity to see what this young man could do in game action. And when we were chit-chatting with him, he said that he understands most of the playbook and the offensive philosophy. Wouldn't surprise it if they don't just let him have the playbook and try to score.
Second down and 10. No, should be second down and 7 after a gain of 3 from the 40-yard line. Parks fakes the handoff, going to keep himself. Christian Ramirez grabs him and throws him back. Good job of Christian. No gain, maybe a loss of a yard. It'll be third down and 6.
I'm sure when he looked in his playbook, Barry, there wasn't a number 75 standing in the hole. Great job there by Christian Ramirez wrapping him up.
And John, credit Christian right there. Christian is a big, strong kid, and he could have, put a DDT on that guy. Yep. I mean, he wrapped him up. He could have really slung him down, and he let up and let the young man go.
Third down, 7 under 4 minutes to go in the game. From the 41, back to pass. Parks. Pressure's coming. Throws it towards the middle. Almost picked off. Flags are down back at the 42. Incomplete. I'm going to say it's probably holding. Was it one on the Aggie receivers, or was it on the offensive line? Nope, he said no flag.
I don't know what that would have been. Maybe holding on a corner over here. Or...
Possibly. Well, they're going to say incomplete pass. It'll be Aggie. Excuse me, that is fourth down now. I thought that was, it is fourth down now. So they may work on the punting game. And they got a great punter, too. Yeah, they're going to punt this one away. Fourth down.
He could get a scholarship in either one, probably.
Yeah.
He's already got one. Well, I say he's got, right now he's got just D3 offers, but wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't get a better offer by the time we get, kind of like, what's that movie, that TV show, The Deal or No Deal?
Yeah.
I bet he gets a better deal.
Yeah.
Good snap, the kick, high kick. He's going to try to make it stop inside the 5. He did it again, 1 yard line. They down it. That's twice. We're going to start on our 1 yard line. That's been one of the keys of the game, is field position.
Yeah. So if there's not a D2 school, Coach, send that film to him, because that's twice he's been able to do that.
Well, and you can watch him when he's trying to land it on the 5. He doesn't let that ball turn over like you normally would. It's something he's really worked on, and he's doing it to perfection.
Guys, this team right here has got all facets of the game. They just need to control their penalties. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Guys, he's when you look at what he did this summer, that being the punter and the kicker that they got a good game, Hayden Wynn's his name. I mean, he went to the big camps. Like, he was at Alabama, Auburn, UAB, South Alabama, Tennessee. He went to all the big camps. I'm not saying he'll go to one of those big schools, but you really can't tell me that there's not people that don't know who this young kid is.
Yeah. All right, first down and 10. Taking the snap from halfway into the end zone, Parker Gibson. Gave up a safety like this early in the game. Parker drops back, throws deep right side. Hunter Smith there. Got it. 34-yard line. Hunter went up and took it away from the defender. 34-yard line, first down, Albertville.
Boy, number 23, Rico Russell, a junior defensive back, Barry, he knew he had that ball intercepted. And then Hunter Smith does what Hunter Smith does. He undercuts the route and comes up with a huge catch.
I'll throw it deep to Dez on the left side. Back to pass Parker. Looks, he throws it deep left side. There's Dez. Threw it. I don't think he ever saw the ball coming. Ball's incomplete.
I think there's a different speed there. Hunter, very much fast. But a possession receiver, you can put it up high and he'll go get it.
Yeah.
Dez is just blistering speed. I think Parker throws that same pass, but this time underthrows it just because Dez outruns the route.
Talik Saint comes in. Prater comes in. 2nd and 10, clock running, 50 seconds left. Parker back to pass, looks right side. Talik overthrows him, incomplete. 3rd down, maybe time for one more snap with 38 seconds and the clock's running. Next week, homecoming, Grissom comes in, and I tell you, looking at the schedule, on paper, that's the best chance this Aggie team has of winning a game.
Yeah, because after that homecoming in the open week, it gets really tough again.
Get Bob Jones, James Clemens, and back to pass. Parker throws, right side, incomplete, and that should just about wrap this up. They'll let the clock wind down 13. No reason to snap it again. So thank you to the running clock. They kept it at 50-6. Halftime, it was 43-6. They had one touchdown, and that is it as the clock will wind down to 0. We'll take a time out, come back with final stats, and talk to Coach Brown. Final score, Austin wins it 50-6. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to be discussing why our company decided to advertise the list side at 2%. In the past, I've allowed my agents to negotiate with their sellers and come up with a percentage that they would charge and then share with the buyer side. With these new changes, there would be some temptation for our agents to be all over the board with what they would discuss with sellers. So as an owner, I had to find a way to establish, a bottom that we could live with and maintain profitability, but also be delivering to the public something that's uniform. We wouldn't have for instance, one agent saying we're going to be at this rate, which is much lower, and then another agent saying we're going to be at this rate, which is much higher. So in my trying to figure out what that rate might be, I started thinking, why would a jury in Missouri, think that the way we've done things for, near 100 years is not the way we should be doing it? And why were they so upset with our industry? Because if a jury is finding, that we're not doing things right, they're upset with us in some way, is the way I would see it. Now, of course, that's my opinion. And in thinking that way, I come to realize in the last 5 years, we've had approximately 20 years of appreciation in our housing. Now, this is just residential that we're talking about as far as our rates, as far as these changes. We're not talking about land, we're not talking about commercial. This is residential listings. That we've had this, just incredible appreciation in homes. So, a home's value, in some cases, we've had homes that have gone anywhere from 50% to they've almost doubled in price over the last 5 years. So when you have that type of appreciation, then of course with our percentage and what we've been charging, it's going to be far greater. If the house has doubled, math tells us that our income has doubled as well. So when evaluating that, I realized, the public has, they've probably become a little upset with us because, in 5 years you've had this appreciation and you've had this increase in our revenue stream in real estate as a result of it. So I started doing a little math. What could be a bottom that would maintain profitability for our company, be fair for our agents, and be fair for our customers? I looked at 2% being that number. And when I ran the numbers on some of our historic sales, what I found is on the same house. Now, of course, that house is worth more and has more, a bigger price today. But on that same house, 2% was more today than 3% was 5 years ago. And it'll also kept my revenue stream with my company to where it would keep up with inflation. Of course, we've got to be mindful of that to stay in business. But the more I looked at it, 2% was a fair number. Now, that's with this market and this type of appreciation. You fast forward 20 years, if we remain pretty stagnant, that may change. Like all things change. But this change of 2% to accommodate this rapid appreciation that we've had is our way of helping our customers with the inflation that we're seeing in our economy right now. And I feel like that it's a fair number for us. Of course, if we have a listing that requires more work, the seller requires more advertising measures, larger signs, 3D tours. We've got to, hire outside photography, drone videos, those kind of things. Of course, we may charge more on those types of listings because things are negotiable. The 2% is your cookie cutter standard listing where, we take pictures, we put it on the MLS, we put a sign in the yard, and we do the things that realtors do. Items that go beyond that, of course, we may charge more for those. It is on a case-by-case basis. But this is the reason in a nutshell that we have done the 2% as our listing side going forward with these changes. I hope that gives clarity as to why we went this way. Again, I'd like to thank folks for watching this video. Thank our customers for giving us the opportunities, as you always have, for us to help you. And we're going to continue to do our best to adjust to this ever-changing market and economy. Now, our next video, we'll be discussing the buyer side of the transaction and hopefully giving some tips to help buyers and buyers agents when making offers and approaching listings going forward in the future.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Hello everyone. With this video, we're going to talk about buyers and what buyers can expect with the upcoming changes on August 17th. On August 17th and thereafter, a buyer compensation agreement will need to be completed by their agent or their realtor before looking at the very first house. So for buyers, this may be a little intimidating, and you may say, well, wait a minute, am I going to have to pay them right then, right at that moment, and do that up front? No, you're not, unless that's something that realtor, that agent has agreed to, or they've made that part of their practice, that they're just doing a flat fee. In that case, yeah, they're charging you a flat fee to show you, and then there may not be anything charged after that. What I see happening is most folks will enter into a percentage of the sale or percentage of the closed sale agreement that an agent, much like we do on the list side, will work with someone until that person finds a deal that works for them, that finds that perfect house, that negotiates with the seller, gets the terms that they need. Then they will be compensated on the close of sale at whatever percentage that they agreed to. I think most deals will probably be structured like that between buyers and their buyer's agent or buyer realtor. But there may be some folks out there that say, hey, we can save you money if you want to go ahead and commit to paying a flat fee, pay it up front. There's no other charges. The only issue with that is if you don't buy a home, then you're obligated to that fee. You've already paid it, and they've collected their earnings. I do think that there'll be some sellers that will offer compensation to buyers agents, and I think there'll be some that won't. And that's going to be up to your realtor or your agent to find out if there's a compensation offered and share that with you, so that you can ask for it when you present an offer to the seller, to say, hey, do you mind, just like asking for closing costs, you mind paying my closing costs? Do you mind paying my agent? And your agent can structure that into the offer, and the seller can compensate your agent that way versus you having to pay them directly. There may be some sellers that don't offer compensation, and your agent may ask that agent that has it listed, hey, does your seller have that offered? And if they say no, you may think, well, gosh, then that's it. It's over. I'm going to have to pay my agent directly. Well, not necessarily. In sales and in negotiating deals, our philosophy is it never hurts to ask. So even though they may not be offering compensation, if your offer of sales price, results in the net that seller is looking for, they may be willing to compensate your agent in that scenario. So I wouldn't always just say that if they're saying it's not offered. In the state of Alabama, they're required to review your offer that you take to them, submit it in there and see what happens. Now, what you need to keep in mind on the buyer side, it is a little scary with this change that you're sitting down with an agreement before you look at the first house, and you're committing to pay maybe a percentage, and you don't know what that final price will be, and you may not necessarily have those funds in your account to pay your agent, and you don't have to have those funds in your account to pay your agent at that time. If you structure your showing agreement with your agent to where it is a percentage of a closed sale, then you're not going to pay them unless that deal closes, unless you actually buy a house. So the scary parts that everybody's been, hearing on the news, that, buyers are going to be obligated, buyers are going to be, putting more money out there. Well, that's still your choice as to whether or not you want to do that. I would suggest always working, me personally, with someone based on a percentage of the closed sale, unless you can benefit from the flat fee. But more times than not, I think it'll be beneficial to the buyer to negotiate with an agent on a percentage and do that on a closed sale. And if it doesn't close, then you're not obligated for anything. That, I feel, is the best way for a buyer to approach these new changes. As always, we want to thank our customers for the opportunities that you've given us, and we want to thank you for taking time to watch this video today.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
In this video, we're going to show you the main new features of the Husqvarna Excite Zero-Turn Mower. Introducing the newest innovation to the Husqvarna Zero-Turn lineup. With the end user in mind, Husqvarna has released our best zero-turn yet, the Excite. With upgrades all around, the Husqvarna Excite is designed to give you the optimal mowing experience. Take a look at what's new. Designed with you in mind, your ride will be more comfortable than ever. With adjustable shocks, the new Smooth Ride feature allows for 10 different comfort settings based on preference. The adjustable springs and the 4-bar link system create a smooth ride with no rocking or wobbling, regardless of the terrain. The Excite is the first zero-turn in the industry to have on-stick controls to allow you to remain focused on the lawn ahead. With Smart Control, these easily accessible controls allow you to start, stop the engine, engage the blades, and display mower status alerts, all while never taking your hands off the sticks to navigate the lawn. Use the arrows on the LCD display to get important information. Easily retrieve mower statistics, service reminders, and fuel levels with the digital dashboard right on the mower. While the digital dashboard will make it easy to see fuel levels and maintenance reminders, one thing that will need very little maintenance are the mower's blades. Husqvarna's patented DuraSharp blade technology keeps blades sharp for up to 5 years.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.